and then, so like one thing about hip hop and dancehall, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're basically the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? For instance, in hip hop, when two opponents face each other, you understand what I'm saying? It's called a battle. You understand what I'm saying? In dancehall, you know what I'm saying? It's called a clash. You understand what I'm saying? So, it's really the same thing, and it's about rhyme and lyrics and your lyrics making sense and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So, there's a major, and the two have always fed off of each other. You understand what I'm saying? When early on in hip hop, you know what I'm saying, the style, according to, people that was there, you understand what I'm saying, the style kind of came from, you know, Cool Herc, who was a Jamaican, you understand what I'm saying? And he introduced a style of what they used to call toasting back in Jamaica, you understand what I'm saying? And England or whatever, right? So, but anyway, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. That's why now, instead of you hearing like more authentic dancehall, what you're hearing is like hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's what you're hearing. You're hearing hip hop, you know, and that's just what it is. You know what I mean? The beats and everything sound, like hip hop, and you know what I mean, and everything, and it just sound like they rapping over a hip hop beat, you know, in patois. You know what I'm saying? Like that's basically it. And then there was a time back in the day when, hip hop artists used to infuse, the dancehall style, in their music. You know what I mean? You know, um, many of them had, Caribbean backgrounds, you know what I mean, born in the US. You understand what I'm saying? You had your Special Eds, your Chubb Rock, your Heavy D. Later you would have Biggie Small. You had your Kid from Kid and Play. You had Salt from Salt and Pepper. You understand what I'm saying? Like the Bushwick Bill. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so many. You know what I mean? KRS-One, Just Ice. You know what I mean? Many people that came in. Even Granddaddy IU had a you know what I'm saying? Uh, 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 a reggae style song, you know what I'm saying? And Poor Righteous Teachers, they used to do the whole chanting thing, you know what I'm saying? Wise Intelligent from Poor Righteous Teachers, and the list just goes on and on and on and on and on, you know what I'm saying? Now what happened with hip hop basically is that, um, back then, the artists were already pretty much kind of grown men already, you know what I'm saying? By the time their records got out there and stuff like that. So their subject matter was, a lot more mature. You understand what I'm saying? Already. Like when you listen to Houdini, they was already men. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to the songs they were singing, right? Those songs are very mature songs. You know what I'm saying? One Love, Friends, all that kind of stuff. Like all that stuff was very mature songs. When you go back and listen to the lyrics and things like that, they was really giving you some good life lessons in those songs. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, so back then when these guys came into the industry, like I said, many of them were already grown men and they were already seasoned in a lot of different ways. So you couldn't just push the record label. They couldn't just push them around any old kind of way. Many got jerked still. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, those guys were men, so they stood up, and put up a lot of resistance to that kind of thing. You understand what I'm saying? So, what the record labels, they decided, they say, you know what? These guys are hard to control. And these guys, because we had like X Clan, Public Enemy, you understand what I'm saying? Like so many different poor righteous teachers. We had Gangstar, you know what I'm saying? Like so just YZ, like the list just goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on, you know what I'm saying, of conscious hip hop artists. Of course you always gotta give KRS a honorable mention. He came and did his works, and you know what I'm saying? Like you know, we had many, 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 many. You know what I mean? You know, even Wu-Tang and all. You know what I'm saying? Because what these men did, you know what I'm saying, they was actually raising a lot of young boys who didn't have fathers. You know what I'm saying? So through the music, you understand what I'm saying? And you know, they was inspiring youths to go to college and just do all kind of positive things, you know what I'm saying? And you know, they inspired youths to go read books, you know what I mean? You had to read books to just really know what these dudes is talking about. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how many people in our generation became conscious of certain things. You know what I'm saying? Because these artists, they was pushing out some serious, serious information through the music. You understand what I'm saying? So anyway, coming up to the times now, what has happened is they realize, they say, well, wait a minute, these guys, they're waking people up, they're the head of protests and marches, you know, and all that kind of stuff. They're giving the information that they're giving to the masses are really waking people up. So we've got to flip this thing around. You understand what I'm saying? And the way that they did it was they say, okay, first of all, we got to have younger artists. We got to have younger artists. They're more impressionable. They're not seasoned. They're easier to be manipulated because they really don't know. You know, you think those other guys who were grown men, they didn't know shit about the business, but these younger ones, they really don't know anything. You know what I mean? And so, their whole thing was, okay, so we need younger people, and we got to get out of it. Because listen, I have to say this. I have to say this because this is so true. New York, hip hop lost a certain level of consciousness once it left New York. That's just a fact. It's just a fact. I have to say that. I have to say that. You know what I mean? Once it went to the West Coast, it became more gangsterish. You understand what I'm saying? And then when it hit down south, you know, it became more, you know, about, you know, shake your booty, about using drugs, you know, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? When it became more like gangsterous, you know, dudes was they was talking about, you know, really, you know, getting money. You understand what I'm saying? They was talking about getting money. You understand what I'm saying? Living a lavish life, getting money, whatever, whatever. So now that you got these younger, impressionable guys, you know what I'm saying, and you know, okay, so they want to pop Molly's and this, that, and the third, and they want to sniff coke and all that kind of. So they are more like junkies, you know what I'm saying, versus hustlers. You understand what I'm saying? But don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. They are hustlers in another sense. You understand what I'm saying? Because they get money. They get money. They get theirs. I respect their hustle to the max. I have to say that. And that's real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they getting their paper. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you watch them how they just falling like dominoes before they even get a chance to spark their career good, you understand what I'm saying? You know, there's a certain level of immaturity in them, and that drug usage. You know, you're in a different state of mind when you're using drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like you in a whole, and then you know, then now you got money. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you got all this money. You got access to different women that you never seen before in your life, exotic joints, and you know, from different different accents, all of that. You understand what I'm saying? So you just caught up in a whirlwind. You know what I'm saying? You know, the bright lights, the glamour, the glitz, and things. You understand what I'm saying? Not so much about substance. And you know, there's nothing wrong with party, and you know what I'm saying? When you young, that's what you do. You understand what I'm saying? When you young, you party. That's, you know what I mean? We all did it. You know what I'm saying? To a degree. You know what I'm saying? Well, I didn't do it. I was never really a party person like that. But you know what I'm saying? For the most part, when you young, you know what I'm saying? You want to have fun. You understand what I'm saying? you know, and they doing their thing and they having fun with it, and it's all good. They making plenty of money, and they taking care of the people that's around them, their immediate circle and friends and family and all of that. That's all great. You understand what I'm saying? However, the damage is done with the message and the music. You see what I'm saying? Because now you're influencing people your age to do these things that you're talking about in the song. You know, all of this, you know, girl on girl stuff and all of this, you know what I'm saying, stuff about using drugs and, you know, popping mollies and all of these other designer drugs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And making your generation think it's cool. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, so they get involved. You know what I mean? But they're not living in your world. They don't have the money you got, though. You understand what I'm saying? So, but that's a whole nother thing, you know. And, you know, basically that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? That is the difference, you know. But, but one thing I gotta say is they definitely came through getting the bag. You know what I'm saying? I love that. You know what I'm saying? And they spreading love amongst their people. They kind of, hey, it's their time. You know what I'm saying? It's their time. It's definitely their time. So I don't have no major criticism, or not even no criticism for real, for real. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, is you know, one thing that's funny about black people though, for real, is, you know, as far as music goes, like we're the only people that have music that down and degrade our women. Like no other music really does that. Yeah, they might tell a little story. You might have a country song about how she cheated on the man and left him, all that. You know what I'm saying? But he's not calling her a bitch. You understand what I'm saying? He's not, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like they, you know, like it's really fascinating when you look at it, because how the fuck did that happen? Because we're the only people on the planet, you understand what I'm saying, that gets on a record and totally demean ourselves and our women, you know what I'm saying, to the highest degree. You know what I'm saying? And that shit is the most popular shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the most popular shit, you know. And that's what we're known for in the world in a lot of cases. You know what I mean? And we got to really look at that, though. We really got to look at that. We're the only ones that do that. No other race of people down and degrade their woman before the world, for the most part, at any time, really. You don't see that shit. You don't see it on TV. You don't really see that shit by other people. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, they got one or two little white ratchet shows, you know, Jersey Housewives or some shit, you know, whatever they got going on. You understand what I'm saying? But for the most part, you don't see that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you don't hear that type of shit. You know what I mean? You don't hear it. You know what I mean? Not from other people. You know what I mean? You know, bitches and hoes and you know, all kind of expletives. You understand what I'm saying? So, but anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. But yeah, but you know, dancehall music and hip hop music is basically one and the same. That's just a fact, you know. hmm And throughout the years, they just copy off each other, ping pong off each other, you know, and everything. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. Oh, you know what? You know what? I do want to get this in there. Big up to the original front teeth, gold teeth, Don Gargan, the great ninja, man. Yo, Ninja is the great. To me, in my personal opinion, like Ninja is the greatest dancehall performer. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, I mean, you know, that's really, you know, and I'm not taking nothing away from Capleton or Sizzler or, you know what I mean, some of my other favorite dancehall artists, you know what I mean, Sprague Benz, you know what I'm saying, Buju Banton, you know what I mean? I mean, the whole fraternity, you know what I mean, Terra Fabulous, the whole fraternity, you know what I mean? So, but, you know, it's like, yo, let me say this. Let me say this. Stage performance. Because Ninja Man, he was never a person like with a lot of hits and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Ninja Man hits was live and in person on the stage. He created his hits like right there. You know what I mean? So every so often he would be known for certain songs that he performed live, and people would wait. They want to hear that, and then he would come out with the ill, you know, like different outfits and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So he would come out and just walk out on the stage in some crazy outfit, and the crowd would just go wild, and he haven't even said a word. And then as soon as he say anything, the crowd erupts even more. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he was like the greatest performer. And then, you know, I don't know nothing about his personal this, that, and the third. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? But I know that, you know what I mean, throughout the years, for a very, very, very long time, he's helped a lot of people. A lot of people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people. Both known and unknown. You understand what I'm saying? Because the people say so. And I mean say so, the people say so. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, big up to the Don Gaga, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you know, no disrespect to the dead. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if he did it or didn't do it. You understand what I'm saying? But I think with all the good works that he was doing, like, there's no price you can put on a life. So it would be very insensitive to say that, you know what I mean? Well, okay, a guy's dead, but still, you know, forget, you know what I mean? Because you always got to think about the family of the deceased, you know what I mean? Like, and forget about the stardom. Because if it was just a regular guy who so-called, you know, so-called murdered a guy or something like that, then, you know what I'm saying, people would say, lock his ass up and throw away the key if you want to, you know what I mean? So we have to treat everybody the same. I just don't know. I know things look a little sketchy. I know that things look away. You know what I'm saying? I know that he had some, you know, one in particular, a very powerful enemy. You know what I mean? That seems to me personally end up jamming him and Vibes Cartel up in something. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know who did what. That's none of my business. But I'm saying, but that's what it seems like. You know what I mean? And they both forecast and told about it before it happened. And it seemed like that's exactly what happened. You understand what I'm saying? This guy, Isaiah Lang, you know what I mean, and his crew, you know what I mean, because they was harassing the artist. You know, once Sting started to, you know, they started to kind of sort of flop Sting because, you know, Ninja Man said, yo, nobody now perform at no Sting stage show. No clashes. You understand what I'm saying? And the artist stood up with Ninja Man in that decision. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, that's money. You're talking about big money. You know what I mean? You're talking about millions of dollars. You understand what I'm saying? You know? But it's all because the man don't want to pay the people. He don't want to pay Jamaican artists what they're supposed to get and things of that nature. You understand what I'm saying? He want to treat them like a sappy piece of cloth. You understand what I'm saying? And not pay them properly. You understand what I'm saying? You know, and that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, that's another story. But big up the Don Gargan, the original front teeth, gold teeth Don Gargan. Yeah, for real, Ninja Man. But anyway, bless up. You know what I'm saying? Manners and respect. I'm out. You know what I mean? I'm just rambling. You know what I mean? So don't pay me no mind. I'm just rambling. I'm trying to get myself going and get used to really doing this thing. You know what I mean? So right now I'm just kind of pushing out some stuff like unrehearsed, just, you know, just regular talk. And maybe I'll even keep it kind of sort of like this, you know what I mean? You know, talk about different things. But anyway, bless up, manners and respect.